motivation, meditation, inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing about an hour. That's about 60 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into this. If it's not motivation, if it's not meditation, if it's not inspiration, then I don't want it. And that's the reflection outwards from the level of knowledge, focus, and discipline. So when we get inside of ourselves, we start to get down to the things that we're looking for. We put ourselves in a place of positivity. We start to get into that place. We get into the ability to actually recognize the reflection outwards comes from our inwards focus. So we put ourselves in a place where we have the ability to focus, we have the ability to utilize multiple tools, and we utilize the tools of this universe. It will give us the ability to create that reflection. Now, what is that for reflection? That reflection outwards is known as motivation. So ask yourself, are you studying motivation? Are you putting yourself in a place where you're getting that kind of strength? Is that reflection coming out from within who you are? Are you putting yourself in the place where you can actually become motivated? Are you giving yourself the ability to get into that place and reflect outwards from within who you are? Ask yourself these types of questions. Ask yourself, how am I grinding? What type of stuff am I doing on a daily basis to get that kind of reflection? Ultimately, we are a reflection of our level of focus. So if we get ourselves to that place where we utilize the focus, if we get ourselves to that place where we get into that grind, we start to get down with ourselves in such a way, the reflection shines out from within who we are. So if we ask ourselves how we can do those types of things, we start to recognize that it comes from within you and that it reflects outwards. When you recognize that that place is inside of yourself, when you start to get that type of strength inside of who you are, then you end up becoming ultimately a reflection. That's what people identify with you as. So as you start to build your own practice and you start to put yourself in your own place and the habits that you put yourself into to create that kind of reflection, realize that the place inside of you shines outwards from within who you are. So ask yourself that type of question. Do I utilize this level of focus within myself to put myself in the right place so that I can be able to get the right type of tools, so that the tools I utilize on a daily basis reflect outwards from within myself? If you recognize that the challenges that you face off against on a daily basis, you can overcome. If you can get the stuff going out the right way, the reflection is shining out from within who you are. If you get into that place where all of that comes from within who you are, if you can get into that place inside of yourself where that reflection shines outwards, then what ultimately happens is that thought process actually works from your level of focus. So this universe has the ability to utilize you as a tool. This universe will utilize your ability to see the reflection outwards from within who you are. So when you start to recognize the challenges that you face off against, that you can overcome them, that you can reflect strength, that you can be focused, that place inside of yourself exists. When you get to that internal absorption where your connection is with you and you start to study motivational speakers, start to identify the difference between different people in this universe, their purposes, their place, their ability to analyze things, to get to that place inside, to get to that level of reflection. So recognize that the challenges that you face off against on a daily basis, you can overcome. Those challenges that you face off against come down to how willing you are to focus. Put yourself in a place where you absorb, and that you put yourself in a place of focus where if it is not focus, it gets destroyed. So recognize that the challenges that you face off against, you can overcome. The strength is within yourself, and it reflects outwards from within you. So when you get to that place, you get to that strength, when you get to that place inside of yourself where it reflects outwards from within yourself, then ultimately what everyone identifies with you is a motivation. This means, in other words, that the universe utilizes you as a tool to your level of focus. So it tests you to see how focused you actually are. It will put you in a place to see if this is what you really want. It will put you in a place where that reflection shines outwards from your level of focus. And we find that there are multiple tools that help us out. One of those tools happens to be the ability to actually focus, the ability to put ourselves where we utilize things like writing stuff down, like putting stuff into a way in which you give yourself that ability to continue to put yourself in a place where you can continuously grow. So reflection, identify that they see you as strength. Others will identify you as strong. Let them be the ones that see that strength within yourself. Let them be the ones that call you a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Recognize that those challenges that you face off against on a daily basis, they are there for you to reflect outwards as strength, reflect outwards as motivation, to put yourself in a way where that connection from within yourself comes down to your level of focus, where it's you versus you and you're the one that wins. Put yourself in that way that you become that kind of strength, where that reflection shines from within yourself. And what ultimately is happening is the external is becoming that reflection. Recognize that you have that within yourselves. You have that ability. You have that place to get down to that level of focus, to get to that place inside of yourself where you continuously grow, where that reflection shines outwards from within who you are, where you put yourself in a place where you recognize the opportunity cost of focus, the opportunity cost of the ability to get there, the opportunity cost to get into that level of strength. Recognize that you have that inside of yourself. If you take on less tasks and do them to the best of the ability, then what you have is a focus inside of yourself to get to that place. Recognize that every challenge that you face off against, you can overcome. Everything that you face off against, it's there for you to focus. It's testing you. This universe is utilizing you. When you utilize this universe in that way, the things that come outwards are reflections. So when we take this and we put it the right way, we put ourselves in a place of focus, we put ourselves in a way in which the reflection shines outwards, then ultimately what we're looking at is a reflection of the strength of what other people are seeing. When you identify with your level of focus inside of you, when you realize that anything that's in your way that doesn't allow you to focus can be moved out of your way, when you get into that place, when you get into that level inside of yourself, when you get into that place inside of yourself, that what is reflecting outwards is strength. You have that inside of yourself if you can get down to the place to focus, if you can get down to the place to grow, if you get down to the place. And I've created a community, and I'm actually out there to help you out to grow, to help to uplift yourself, to tell you that you can focus, that you can overcome your challenges. The things that are telling you that you can't do this because of this emotion or this poor or that poor, that is all a broken focus. If you put yourself in a place of focus and you start to write stuff down, if you start to put yourself in a place of focus where you start to utilize positivity, where you put yourself in a place of focus where you study positive people, positive places, you get to see that they are actually positive, that growth inside of yourself is great. I want you to know that you have that strength inside of who you are. You have that ability. You have that strength. I have created a way to create a practice. I want to uplift you all. I want you to see that focus inside of yourselves. I created a motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga. If you follow me there, you will actually see daily. I will help to uplift you. I want to help you to get to the place where this universe can utilize you as a tool, that other people see you as strong. Other people see you as a reflection of motivation. Where not only are you studying motivation, but you're putting yourself in the way that you're utilizing this universe in such a way that the tools of this universe are utilized for you. Recognize that those challenges that you face off against, you can overcome. Recognize that those are there for your growth, and that you have that ability. Recognize that it comes down to how focused you can actually become. Can you put yourself first? Can you utilize things like the richest man in Babylon, where it talks about paying yourself first? Can you put yourself first? Recognize that a lot of the things that we are losing out on is the ability to have ourselves. With this whole entire thing, the only thing that's happened is we continue to be who we are. We see ourselves in that place. We see ourselves in that ability. Recognize that you can put yourself in that place of focus where you can challenge the things that are inside of ourselves. I have gotten to the point where I meditate a minimum of 1 hour a day. I put a Facebook group together. I put now a Periscope group. I'm going to be putting myself out there on YouTube, on all sources. I want to elevate you. I want you to see this as a place of uplifting. I want you to see that you can gain that strength within yourselves, that you can overcome the challenges that you have. I want you to see that I have put all of those teachings, all of those things up there, that actually the website is motivationmeditationinspiration.yoga. Recognize the challenges inside of yourself. They're there for you to grow. Everything that you face off against, hello, welcome. I'm here to help you to identify with your strengths inside of yourself, that others identify you with a reflection of strength, that you can get to that place of focus. that you guys all have that strength inside of you. Like you have that ability. Recognize that the connection with you comes from your level of focus. Recognize that that connection with yourself gives you the ability to put yourself in such a way that others will identify you. Let them be the ones that call you strong. Let them be the ones that call you motivation. Let them be the ones that call you beautiful. Let them be the ones. You focus on your ability to focus, to get down with this person inside and totally grind. Getting down to the place inside of you where you know that you have that level of focus, where anything that's telling you emotionally poor this, poor that gets destroyed. I'm telling you, inside of you, you got that spot. You got that place where other people will call you strong. Other people will call you Victor. Everybody. You got that inside of you. If you can utilize the tools of this universe, you can utilize it in such a way that those tools can work in your favor. It's all there for your growth. It's all there for you to be able to utilize. Hello, Remy. Recognize this is for you. I'm here to uplift you guys. I want you guys to see the focus I got inside. I'm creating community. I'm going to create a movement. I want you all to see that that's for you. I want you to see that when we elevate ourselves to where the day comes where I have a group of people that are coming together, when I go out and give motivational speeches, it isn't so that I uplift myself. It's so that you see it inside of yourself. When from the level of focus that I got inside of myself, I could drive you. I could utilize the tools of this universe that you guys got inside of yourself, that you have that inside of you. That place inside of you, it exists. It is a place of focus. It is a place of reflection outwards. Identify with the inwards absorption. Recognize that what shines outwards comes from your level of focus. Can you utilize the tool of this universe in such a way this universe will utilize you as a tool? Can you put yourself in that absorption? Can you get to that place of focus? Can you hear what I'm saying? That's within yourselves. There's no situation that's better than another. Everything that we go through comes to positive, negative. We can get to that level where we focus to utilize the tools of this universe, such as Newton's third law of motion. For each action, there's equal and opposite reaction. There's inwards and exward breath, the absorption, the focus. Put yourself into that place where you utilize the tools. Can you get down with yourself to that level of grind? Can you get inside of yourself where the reflection shines outwards, where the inner focus shines as strength? The person who quits is because they broke their focus. The person that continues is because they put themselves in a place of focus. The word motivation is just a reflection. Hearing me, you don't have to try to be motivated. You got to get to the place of focus. You got to get down to the task where when you put a task in front of yourself, you overcome that task. When you get to that place, where that place inside of yourself is that thing, that's when people will start to call you a motivation. Let them be the ones that call you a motivation. Call yourself focused. Call yourself that. Call yourself that ability. Utilize those tools. Put those tools in front of yourself. Start to write down things. Start to get your pictures and your values in a place where it creates your puzzle, where this universe utilizes you. As I sit here in front of 3 screens on 3 different live networks, as I connect with you all, I recognize that I'm utilizing this universe, that it is manifesting itself from a level of focus. You can get there too. You can get to that place inside of yourself. And when I have a group of people, which will happen, when those people see themselves at that level of elevation, where they actually get an inwards focus to the point where the reflection outwards, they will be calling themselves strong. They will be calling themselves motivation. Motivation in such a way that that becomes a place of focus to the point where it bleeds outwards. Recognize you got that inside of yourselves. If you can get down to your grind, if it's you versus you and you take it on and you put yourself in that place where you put yourself in such a place where you are a reflection of your level of focus. When this external bleeds with focus, when you get to that place where when you know you have a challenge and you overcome that challenge, that means that's within us all. It's not about what you don't have or what you do have. It's about your thought process in such a way that you can focus. You can become strong. That is the reflection. Those people will see that from within you. They will see that place inside of yourself in such a way that your reflection will go across the earth. And I will put that inside. I am here to elevate you. I am here to tell you that you got that within yourself. You can destroy those emotions. You can let them move out of the way of your level of focus. And when you put yourself in that place, when you put that right instead of the way it is, a lot of people got it twisted. They say that motivation is an inwards thing. Nah. What's inside of you is your level of focus. What's inside of you is your ability to get down with you and actually grind. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's inside of you. It's inside of all of you. And when I get a group together and actually start to get that reflection shining outwards, that's what people are going to see. They're going to see the level of focus. They're going to see that what makes me is my level of focus and the ability to tell you you got that inside of yourself too. That means I'm there to uplift you. That means that I'm there to help you to grow. I'm there to help you to see that other people around you, this universe that we live in, is a place where we can all benefit from each other, getting to that level of elevation, to bypass the emotion, to bypass the slavery, to bypass these places from your level of focus inside of yourself. When you can recognize and start to identify with the challenges that you face off against, comes down to if you're going to achieve it, it's going to come to your level of focus. Can you get to that place inside of yourself where you grind? Can you get inside of yourself to that place where that reflection shines outwards from within who you are? Can you connect yourself to that absorption inwards and accept that that level of focus is within you? Ask yourself these types of questions. And when you're looking to study if a person is truly a motivational speaker, look at their level of focus. Identify, I've already bypassed 15 minutes talking about focus because I'm going to put another 15 minutes into focus before I even start into my meditational speech, before I even start to connect that, because the level of focus is the place where that is where you start to see a motivational speaker. That's where you start to identify. And if you ask yourself, if you can't overcome certain tasks, have you had the ability to write them down? Have you put yourself in a way where you accept everything in such a way that the focus comes from within you? Have you put yourself in check? Have you put yourself in that place where you utilize those tools that you have? And it's not about what happened in the past. It's about right here, right now, every single day, putting yourself in that place to own up to yourself, to put yourself in a place of focus to where when you put a task in front of you, you can achieve it. And I'm telling you, if you put yourself in a place where you put positive thinking, if you allow yourself to not listen to negative people in this universe, if you allow yourself to elevate yourself to that place where you start to put only things in place that put you as a positive force in this universe, that you can become the positive force in this universe, that this universe can utilize you. When you see that inside of yourself, when you see that growth inside of who you are, and you see that reflection, that is when people will start to call you strong. They'll start to call you focused. See, motivation is not to just be motivation. It's not for the other person to be motivation. It's a part of the whole process. It's that ability to get to that place of focus. How you utilize that focus is very important. And the more tasks that you take on, the more things that you have in front of you, the less you have that ability to become the best at a single task. And that's what this purpose of this tool of this universe, to get to that level of focus where you have the least amount of tasks possible, where the tasks that you take on, each individual task, you can do it better than anybody else. And that's within you all. But you have got to get to that place of focus. You have got to get to that place of inwards reflection, outwards. And like I was saying, you can join my journey. This journey is for you to be uplifted. I will see thousands of people in front of me one day. And those people in front of me, I will elevate them. I am here to uplift you. I'm here to tell you that this universe has had it backwards. So many people have been taught that it's all an inwards motivation. And I'm telling you, nah, let other people call you motivation. Let other people call you. You call yourself focused. You call yourself an achiever. You call yourself a person who in this universe walks in this universe. And this universe is utilized for you as a tool. When you see that kind of place inside of yourself, when you see that reflection outwards, when others identify with you, and they see that, and they see that you are on an inwards journey, and that the connection inwards is a reflection outwards. So many people are at so many different levels. We got people at the level of slavery, time and emotion. We got people at the place of focus and knowledge. And that's a place of elevation. That's where I want to uplift you all. I want to bring you out of those emotional slaveries. I want to bring you past those places. I want you to be able to achieve your dreams. I want you to be able to achieve your goals. I want those goals to become possible. And the way that they become impossible is that you see that they're no longer impossible, because your level of focus brings you to that place where you can achieve those things within yourself. We can become alphas within this universe. We can get to that place. We can elevate ourselves. And I'm here to elevate you. I'm here to bring you along. And I have done thousands of hours of meditation. You think that a lot of meditators speak? I speak from within myself. And even other meditators have recognized this, that it is a universal thing. I want us all to be free. I want us all to be elevated. I want us all to hit a place where focus dominates the universe, where when we say that we want things, they become possible, not impossible. That we get to that place where the things that we want to become, those achievements come to your level of focus. And when you get to that place, where that place within yourself grows to that level of reflection, that's what I created my network for. Motivation, meditation, inspiration. I want that reflection to show through you all. I want you to see that within you. And I'm telling you, I'm on this path, and it's like a train, and I got a place inside, and it's a reflection outwards. And that focus and that drive, and I'm sitting here looking at 3 different screens at 3 different networks, and I'm telling you, when I see that, it's not 3, but 3,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000. When this universe utilizes me as a tool, when people like the Illuminati try to reach out to me, and I throw them out because I know that I'm here to liberate you. I want you all to see that there's no difference between this time, yesterday, tomorrow, next week. The difference is your mentality, the ability to get to that level of focus, to get to that place where you achieve your dreams. So I'm telling you, start to write stuff down, start to listen to motivational speakers, start to study, identify with what they are. See that the place of focus and their level of study, their level of things that they actually go through, that's where they become that. Their level of ability to focus to that point where other people would just quit. And the way that you can overcome things, that you can become those reflections of strength, is utilizing the tools, like only allowing yourself to put yourself in a place where you study motivation. If that means if you're going to be a professional in any aspect, sales, art, singing, everything. I have people of all aspects looking at that, and I understand that it's all about the inwards absorption. How focused one is, that's what we should be attracted to. We should be attracted to our level of focus, not how much she knows or he knows or whatnot. How willing are you to get down with the things that you do have and not what you don't have? Can you get inside of yourself to that point where you can see yourself as a reflection? Can you let others identify that reflection from your level of focus? That's what I'm talking about. And it's not about what we don't have. It's about utilizing the tools which we do have, which means if you have the ability to read, that you sit down and you read. That means that if you have the ability to write, you sit down and you write. That means if you have the ability to put yourself in front of a camera and express yourself in such a way from your level of focus, that's what you do. And this universe will utilize the tools that you have inside of yourself, which means if you are the best soccer player in the universe, that means this universe will utilize you as a tool. It will put you out there so that other people can be elevated from your level of focus. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you achieving your ultimate level of focus, which reflects outwards as motivation. I want this world to be a place of motivation. I want this world to be a place where that reflection shines from within you all. And I know that there will be a day where I will have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people looking at that, and they will say, this guy is legit. If you want to see my level of meditation, I've done over 7 years of meditation. Eventually, I will be releasing videos so you can actually see and learn how to meditate. But the first place is the mentality. It's getting yourself to the place where you get to the level of focus where you start to achieve it. And those achievements start to come for you. And you put tasks in front of yourself. And you put these things and you start to let them happen in such a way this universe utilizes you. And you will get your promotions. And you will get your achievements. And you will become a person within this universe. And we could take it from this dead, twisted place and we could start to elevate it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you, you got that focus within yourself. You just got to find it. You got to be willing to grind with yourself where there's no such thing as poor you or poor me. Get that mentality out of yourself. Don't allow yourself to be disabled. Put yourself in that place where the reflection shines from within you. Recognize that that light is within yourself. And that first place to gain that level of universal heat, to get to that place where others recognize you as focus, is to get to that place. Get to that place inside of yourself that anything that's other than focus doesn't exist. Anything other than focus doesn't get in your way of your journey. That place where you started this life, this first breath that you had inside of yourself, to utilize those tools within you, recognize they are inside of you. You have that ability to grind with yourself. And the first place is to get hard on you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So get inside of yourself, start to get ownership over your ability to utilize the tools of this universe and to bend this universe to your will. Utilize the tools to the point where you can become that best customer service. You can become that professional. You can become that person. You can become that father, that mother, that son, that brother, everything from the level of focus. It's how bad you want it. How bad do you want to grind with yourself? Ask yourself those types of questions and utilize it on an inward focus. Utilize the focus inward and let others call you the reflection of focus. Utilize that to where the absorption comes in, where you start to have that place inside of yourself where you are known as focus. Get to that place where others identify you as focus, where if you are at the job and you are in that place and they ask you, they come to you, not you have to go to them. And that universe comes from your level of focus, which reflects outwards. Okay? It's not an inwards way. All right? So when you get your place inside of yourself right, when you get to that place where you are writing stuff down, that is a tool. That is something that you can utilize on a daily basis in every single way. When you put those things outwards and you utilize this universe and you speak that greatness into this universe with that level of focus, that's when things change. That's when the ability to utilize things to overcome the emotion come from your level of focus. And as I'm looking at it, I still have about 5 more minutes to focus on that. So as you can see, this is definitely motivation. All right? I want you to see that I've worked hard on this. I want you to see this inside of yourself where you can have that same kind of work, where you can become focused, where others will start to call you a reflection. Let them do that. You work on you. You keep grinding on your level of focus. And there's going to be people that are going through this challenge and that challenge. Ask yourself, does it have to do with motivation, meditation, or inspiration? If it's not one of the 3, I don't want it, because I know that I am in a place where those are the reflections outwards. And you know what's inside? You know what's inside? My level of focus, my level of being, my level of absorption. Because guess what? Your breath is very connected to that. Your breath is very connected to your ability to focus. If you could get yourself into the way, it's interesting what people say, take a deep breath, right? You notice that level of focus is coming into you. That level of focus is getting into you. So that means that's an absorption, equal and opposite. Utilizing this universe in such a way that you start to identify that this universe starts to work for you. Like as if you were the tool and the universe utilizes that tool and you create those reflections and that torque comes as this universe calls you a motivation. See what I'm saying? It's been so backwards, but it's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you to find that reflection. I'm here to help you to get inwards and to reflect outwards, and those radiations to come outwards from within you, that you shine, that other people call you strong, that other people call you motivated, that other people call you focused. When they start to see this place and this universe utilizes you, that's when people will start to come to ask you. They will come to you to see that within you. They will come to see that place inside of yourself. When you create your own practice, when you connect your whole being into it, when you put yourself into the classroom or the cooking or the student or the study, when you put yourself into that place of focus where you utilize that and this universe utilizes you as that tool to create that torque in this universe, then what you are utilizing is motivation. And that is that connection. That is that reflection. When you find that focus, when you get to that place where if it is not focused, it's going to move out of my way, then we are talking about a level of elevation. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you that I'm that motivational speaker who is out there to lift yourself past the place where others have gone. That place of time and organization, that's the past. I'm here to help to elevate you to that place of focus and knowledge and to bring yourself to the place where you elevate past, where you can create this universal in such a way the reflection comes from within yourselves. Recognize that's within all of you. It is all up to you to utilize those tools. Those tools are there for you. The ability to listen things, to read things, to hear things, to study. The positivity in this universe is all there for you to utilize. If you put yourself in that place, you can become free. You can put yourself in that place where it manifests outwards, where the thought process manifests from within you. That place where the things, the goals, the things that you write down, those things right down to what you write down reflects outwards, where those things become a reflection from within yourself. When you say that you want this type of universe and you start to create it, that is identifying with the Most High Creator. This universe is such a way this universe is utilized through you. It doesn't matter which place or thought process you go through. It comes down to your level of focus, your place inside of yourself, and your ability to grind with you. Next thing is when you connect that, when you start to get to that place where you recognize that you are a tool, where that tool of focus is utilized and it goes inwards. I'm talking about that inwards journey. I'm talking about that place where you start to heat up this internal universe, where that universe utilizes you as a tool, where it utilizes you as a place where it starts to get into that place of study, where you put yourself as that level of focus inside your classroom, which is ourselves. We get into that place, we get into that grind, we get into that place inside of ourselves. That's when we start to heat up. That's when you start to feel that internal breath connection. That's where that connection inside of yourself starts to grow. That place inside of yourself, this stuff that I'm talking about is the first part of connection, or from Newton's third law of motion. For each action is equal and opposite reaction. But what about when that is you? What about when you recognize that your internal breath and your external breath is your equal and opposite reaction, and you have that ability to absorb that? Can you get inside of yourself? Ask yourself, can you grind? Can you get inside of yourself to where the reflection shines outwards from within yourself, where you utilize it, where it bleeds out from within you? Can you get into that place where that torque can be utilized, where you can put yourself as a student inside the classroom of you to put yourself into a place where you utilize it? Can you heat up that focus inside of yourself? Can you get that thing inside of yourself going in such a way that you put yourself in a place? I'm at 30 minutes. I'm talking about meditation. I am in that place. I want you to start to see that that focus from that mentality is how you bring that meditation to be. You start to get into that place of focus where that reflection shines outwards from within you. When you start to be called meditation, is from your connection between your breath, of your inwards absorption. That inwards absorption, that place where you start to utilize the tool of focus to extract the knowledge inside of yourself, where you put yourself in a place where you become the student inside this classroom, and that knowledge inside of yourself is your teacher. When you start to teach yourself how to grow, when that growth inside of yourself starts to come, when you start to see that the extraction is very important, this is what I'm talking about. This is where people get stuck. They stop saying to themselves that I can focus, that I can get to that place. Can I start to absorb the knowledge inside of myself? Can I get down with myself? Can I get down to the internal absorption grind? Can I get to that place inside of myself? Can I ask myself, can I go past where other people can go? And I say you definitely can. You can get into yourself. You can create this universe in such a way that others will identify you as a light. From the knowledge inside of yourself, from your level of focus, to get to that place of knowledge, to extract that knowledge, to take it out like gold. Because I tell you, inside of yourself, you have knowledge. And that knowledge is gold. That knowledge inside of you reflects outwards. When you start to know that person inside of you, when you start to get to that place, exactly, that's what I say. I no longer say thank you to people. I say exactly that, blessings. Because I understand that I am blessing in this universe, that the knowledge inside of each of you is a blessing. That knowledge inside of yourself that reflects outwards is amazing. If you have the ability to focus and you have the knowledge and you gain those together, that is a reflection. It is like the heating up of the gold to do the extraction, and that focuses that tool to do so. That focus is that ability to get down with yourself, and this universe will utilize that to help you to learn from the knowledge that you have inside of yourself. When you get to the place where the internal breath is the absorption and the external breath is the reflection, definitely, yep, absolutely, I utilize alchemy. This is lemon and salt, and I drink shakes throughout my entire day. Go check out motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga, and you'll start to get connected to my network. You can connect with my Facebook group, my website, my Snapchat, my motivational quotes here. Even I put my motivational quotes that I learned from my meditation, which is all online. You can see me meditating. Eventually there will come a day where I actually start to have students that actually have one. I already have a video showing how to meditate. I already have this stuff. I'm in a place. I am going to be a world leader. I am going to literally change this universe. The shock in this universe that I will put out is such a place. I want you to all see this within yourselves. I want you to see that you have it inside of yourself to extract from the knowledge inside of who you are. When you utilize the tools in this universe in such a way, this universe will utilize you. And I hope, my prayer to this universe is that it utilizes this focus and this knowledge, and that you can see this person as a place of focus, that you can see that inside of yourself. When you get to that connection with you, when you get to that place of absorption and you identify with the external reflection, that you can come and that you can call me guru, that you can actually call me a teacher of this universe. This universe can utilize you all. This place inside of you is a place of connection. When you get to that place inside of yourself, you start to identify that you are the best teacher of you. The students inside the classroom, from the focus inside of yourself to put yourself into that classroom as yourself as the classroom, to utilize that internal, the external breath, and that still breath, that center within yourselves. This is what I'm saying. It's within you. That place is within you to get to that place, to get to that reflection outwards, to utilize this universe created by the Most High. When we recognize that we have this ability to get this place inside of ourselves, to connect the internal and the external breath, when we get to this place inside of ourselves where it reflects outwards from within ourselves, this universe was created for you and I to utilize as a tool. To utilize as a tool that we can uplift each other, that we can get to a place where our inner light reflects outwards, and that's where people will identify us. When they identify us as strong, when they identify what they're seeing as your level of focus, when they identify with you as knowledge, what they are seeing is the place inside of you. It's not about how much you know, it's what you utilize within yourself. Can you feast on the knowledge inside of yourself that it reflects outwards, that other people call you enlightened? Let them be the ones who call you a light within this universe. Let them be the ones that call you meditation. The extraction, the study of knowledge inside of yourself. Isn't it interesting that it is the knowledge inside of you radiating outwards as a light in a dark tunnel called this journey, which is your journey. When you put yourself in that place and you take that level of ownership with yourself to get to that reflection, everyone around you will see your light. Everyone will see the light within you, and it will shine outwards. And that light comes from your extraction of the knowledge, which is the connection with your breath and your body. Einstein stated that mass and energy are interchangeable sources. This means that you can utilize the Newton's third law of motion. For each action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and recognize that we are both mass energy. Okay? Which means that these energy fields that are inside of ourselves can be broken down into subjects. Each individual subject can be broken down to how focused you are to extract the knowledge inside of yourself, which means the lotus flower exists within ourselves. So if we utilize that, as I was doing meditation, I shattered the lotus flower within myself. I bypassed, I have gone to the place of nirvana. I have been to these places to see the lotus flower, to see the gold energy underneath the lotus flower. I speak about them. I have over 160 videos on YouTube documenting my journey of elevation. I also have videos on Facebook and a network, which I am creating in such a way. I am literally creating what others would not do. And I know that if one day I'm taken from this universe, that I will leave this for you all. I want you to see that you have that elevation within yourselves, that you have that place to get those types of connection, that science is not wrong, that we are vibrations. We put that out there in such a way that we can bypass things like 5 hours inside a sauna. I have done stuff like this. I am here to stay in such a way that this universe will utilize me as a tool. And I'm telling you, that tool is within you all. You all have that place. I'm not here just to elevate myself. I'm here to elevate you. I want you to see that there is a place beyond time and organization, where focus and knowledge, Newton's third law, for each action is equal and opposite. Utilize these tools. Utilize yourself. Put yourself in a connection within yourself where it becomes a place within who you are. When you utilize that tool within yourself, you have the ability to achieve things. And as you can see here, I'm hitting the 22-minute mark left. As I see this, I am going for 1 hour. Just to give a picture, a motivational speaker talks for about 27 minutes and they spread it out within, and they call that a professional. This is beyond that. This is to hit the afterburners, to actually utilize who we are inside, to see that place, to get to that place on a daily basis. I want to bring it with them. I want to elevate them to the place where they actually get out there and they actually have to grind, where the elevation is not just a daily, a weekly, a monthly, it's an every single day. It's within yourself to put yourself in that mentality. And if anyone ever asks, how do you meditate? Now they're starting to understand. It's a place, it's a book, the book of you. Can you get to that place of that knowledge inside of yourself where you can read those pages thousands of times? A lot of people say that Michael Jordan was known as Michael Jordan because of the shots that Michael Jordan shot. Can you shoot those shots with your breath? Can you get to that place where that grind inside of yourself calls you a reflection of meditation? And that's why I am meditation, because I have done that for 7 years. I have gotten to this place where this grind is a reflection, where it bleeds outwards, where the knowledge and that feast on that knowledge inside of myself is such a way. And I'm telling you, I'm here to bring you to that place. I'm here to bring you to that growth, to that reflection within yourselves. Recognize that as I see you guys change, as I see you elevate yourselves, as you elevate yourself to that place, and as you follow me on my daily journey, recognize my purpose here is to elevate yourselves to that place where you can have that connection. Get that place where that focus, that knowledge is yours, where you connect those two like a cradle. And you know what that cradle is called? Discipline. That cradle of discipline hits a reflection level where that becomes a universal tool. That universal tool is a place where you want to hit it 150 miles an hour. It's like you want to put the pedal down on that inspiration. You see that connection out from the inside is a reflection outwards. And that's when people start to call you an inspiration. And I am here to put those ripples into this universe. I'm here to elevate ourselves, to tell you those people that told you that the level of time and organization was the highest level are wrong. There's a place past emotion. There's a place where focus and knowledge is within you, and this universe can utilize you. That is within you all. That is a place. That is my purpose. My purpose in this universe is to get us to the point where we create our own ripples, where from my own ripples I can create ripples within yourselves, that you can elevate yourselves, where this universe can shine from within you. Can you see that inside of yourself? I want to inspire you. I want you to see my hitting of that connection to that place, from that discipline to become 150 miles an hour, that I already put my pedal to the metal, that I am starting to bring you forward in such a way that you are fighting that drag, that all that drag is hitting behind you, that together we're going to make it. Together we're going to utilize this universe in such a way that that reflection shines from within you, that you can connect your knowledge, your focus to the point where you get to a place of discipline. And I'm telling you, it's a daily task. It's not a weekly task. It's not a tomorrow task. It's a life or death task within ourselves to see if we can get to that place. Can you hit that place within yourself? Ask yourself that question. Can you be hard on the only person who will be? That is you. To be hard on yourself. Can you put yourself in a place where you own up to everything within yourself to get to that place where knowledge and focus is moving forward, where what was behind you is left in the past? What is in front of you is you hitting that place of inspiration from your level of discipline. Can you hit that pedal 150 miles an hour and hit it and stick to it? Because that's what my journey is. And those people that are coming with me, we're flying through this thing. We are going to that place where we hit that pedal to the metal. We are going to hit that pedal to that metal together, and I'm going to become that driving force in this universe. I'm going to become known as a motivational speaker, a meditation instructor of this universe through universal instruction. Utilizing this universe so that we all can connect with the most high creator of this universe, where we all can get that place inside of ourselves, where we bypass all of these emotions, where we get to that place where that was left in the past. That is the past. That time and organization, that was the past. I'm telling you, what I'm talking about is focus and knowledge, the connection to hit that place of discipline. To hit that place of discipline in such a way that you become a reflection. And you know what? You can join my network. I am inviting you all to come out here and to be a part of my network, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration.yoga. Connect with my Facebook group. Connect to my motivational speeches. Connect to my place inside. I have my YouTube, my Instagram. All of these places are connection. I'm here to create that community, that we can all put ourselves to a place where we can create ripples in this universe. I'm telling you, it's within you. I don't want to be elevated. I want this universe to utilize me as a tool that I elevate you to that level. I want you to reach that level within yourself where the universe around you identifies with you as an inspiration, where you create your own ripples, where you see my ripples and they help you to make your own. I don't want to just be known as a motivational speaker. I don't want to be known as a meditation. What ultimately I want to be known as an inspiration to this universe. That I utilize the tools that I got and I use those tools to the best of my ability, the level of focus and the level of knowledge. I want people to be attracted to my level of focus and my extraction of knowledge, to that connection, to that discipline, that is what it's about. You see, you are all a reflection of beauty. That stuff inside of you, it reflects outwards. It never leaves you. It's always inside of you. It's up to you to get to that place, to allow yourself to have that place, to have that connection between your knowledge and your focus, that inwards breath, that reflection outwards. That is what you have inside of yourself. When you shine with your whole being, when you put your whole being into it, and you hit that place of discipline, where that pedal hits that place of inspiration, you all have that ability inside of yourself. Since you have the ability to get to a place where you have the ability to breathe, you have the inwards focus, and you have the exwards reflection, knowledge and focus within yourself. When you get to that level of discipline, to that place where you start to see the things start to come together, then that's when the universe utilizes you as the best. There are people that were known, like Michael Phelps, for instance. Michael Phelps put out workouts to where other gymnasts and other people of that field of swimming could not keep up with him. They could not keep up with him because it was him versus him. And that's the place where I'm elevating. That's the place inside of yourself. It is you versus you. We are here together. We have the ability to connect our focus with our knowledge to get to that place where we are so disciplined that we can hit that pedal and those ripples will create ripples and you will start to take others, drag from them. The actual place behind them, that's left behind them. That's what the slavery, the emotion, the time, the organization, the fight and flight, that's the past. The place of the future is knowledge and focus. The place of the future is to be able to utilize the tools in this universe in such a way that you free yourself, that you create your own ripples. Those ripples within yourself where you see and other people see as you as an inner light. They see you as beautiful. They see you as strong. They see you as a victor in this universe. The Most High connects with you and utilizes this universe in such a way the reflection shines from within you to the place where this universe is utilized as a tool. That place, those tools, all of those tools, any kind of tool you could think of becomes a tool of reflection. Utilize that torque in this universe to connect your whole self where the ripples are left in this universe in such a way that those ripples, even after you are gone, they're here. Utilize that knowledge and that focus to do that thing. Become that best artist. Become that best singer. Put yourself where you are the painter, the paint, and the painting, where the universe utilizes you as the focus, the knowledge, and the classroom, where you get to that level of discipline. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You have that ability to overcome your challenges. You have that ability to get to that place. You have the ability to see that reflection outwards. And I've created a network, and I'm going to continue to help you to bring that drag forward, that those resistances are behind us. Those resistance have hit the past. They've hit the road. In my place, in my world, in that place within this universe that Most High created for us to utilize, I'm a place of forwards motion. I am an inspiration. I am here for you to see that you can do the same. And when you see other people that are down, get them to the place of focus. Get them to the place of knowledge. They will see that reflection outwards, and it will radiate from within themselves. This is what this purpose of this place is for. When we start to see this together, when we start to treat this world as a loaded box, when we actually treat even the smallest or the biggest, heaviest task as the same, when we get to that level of connection with focus, where we do the things, when we go to the job, when we do that job the best we can, we put ourselves in a place of liberation where we get to that level of focus and knowledge, where we utilize the tools of this universe in such a way that no matter the place we are, we can use it. Can we search for the positivity? Can we connect ourselves in such a way that we could put ourselves in a place of discipline where the reflection of who we are is inspiration? Are you hearing what I'm saying? That means that if you are a duck in a lake and you are by yourself, that the reflection can actually bring and attract other ducks to you. I'm talking about all aspects. I'm talking about the ability to get inside of yourself to that place. Can you get inside of yourself where the reflection shines outwards, where you can already see this universe utilizing you? And that takes a place of discipline. When you see that best mountain biker taking that mountain, that best snowboarder, that best singer, artist, whatever you're after, that place, let me tell you, if you could put yourself in a place where your knowledge and your focus is connected to the point of discipline, then you will become that reflection. That means this universe can utilize you. That means that you can become a Pele. You can become these types of people. You can become the reflection, and you have that inside of yourself. You can create your own ripples, and I'm here to bring you in that direction and to tell you you have that place within yourself. Join my network, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration. Connect with my Facebook group. Connect with my ability. Let me show you what I'm talking about. When I do my meditation, I videotape it. When I do my inspirational speeches, I videotape it. And it's not for me, it's for you. It's for you. When I'm in my meditation, I'm in my zone. When I'm in my meditation, I'm in that place. But I want you to have that for yourself. For some reason, I've been gifted with the ability to bring that out. There's a lot of motivational speakers that want to put it down to a simple lesson or learning. I want you to see that's within yourself. And as you connect with inspiration, as I see, I'm here at the 11 minutes left to 1 hour. I've bypassed the place of motivational speakers. I've hit the place where the true grind is that connection between knowledge and focus. I want you to see the greatness that you have inside of yourself. I want you to join my network. I want to see you grow. I want to see those growths within yourselves. I want to see you guys radiate with the same kind of light. I want you to radiate with that place inside of yourself, that place is inside of you and it reflects outwards. I want other people to call you beautiful just from the focus and knowledge that you have inside of yourself that reflects outwards. Every lesson, every challenge you've ever been through has brought you to where you are. And I'm telling you, I'm here to liberate you. I'm here to put it in such a way that liberation gives you the ability to not have those excuses to yourself, to be the most beautiful reflection of who you are inside. I want others to see that. I want you to see that inside of yourselves. I'm not here to be worshipped. I'm here to help you to worship the Most High. I'm here to help you to become that place, to utilize the tools inside of yourself so that you can see that inside of who you are, where we can create ripples together. We can actually create ripples together in such a way this universe utilizes us that it uplifts other people, where they see your wind drag and they're after it and they want to catch it. They want to get it. And when you are getting it done, this universe will bring you tools. They will call you names. They will let them be the ones that call you those names. Get that connection between your knowledge, your focus, your inward absorption to get to that place of discipline. The greater that discipline is, that greater that reflection of inspiration, and that is that connection. That inspiration is that intersection between knowledge and focus. That place, I got it. I understand the connection between meditation and the reflection, and the connection between meditation and the reflection outwards, to get ourselves in that place to become the reflection of the best who we are. That strength and that knowledge is the reflections. That knowledge inside of yourself is your absorption, and that is your external reflection. So as you put yourself in a way that your knowledge and focus is inside of yourself in such a way that you cradle it, such a way that you look at a lake and you can see the water in the lake, that you can fill yourself with that kind of energy. That energy can become you. That discipline can become that place where you go to and you go hard on you. You go hard on that person inside of yourself, where you can become a universal force. Recognize that is the type of ripples that I'm talking about. Hitting 100 plus, putting the pedal to the metal on your inspiration. When you put your whole being into this, when you put your whole being into the person that you are, when you put your whole being into that place, when you start to recognize, so if those people are wanting those motivational speeches, I have it. I'm out there. I got the connection. I can come, I could do motivational speeches for you. I can get you guys, I can get your groups, I can get your people to that place of reflection. I want you to identify this universe, that drag, that time and organization, that's the past. This path is a fast pass through to focus and knowledge. This place is the place where I am going to create paths. I'm going to create structures. Eventually I will release my book with all of those motivational speeches, quotes, everything inside of it, so you can actually identify with it within yourself, so you can elevate yourself to that place. That is a place where I am headed. I am headed to a place of 10,000 to 20,000 to a billion. I closed my eyes once and I saw 1 billion people, I recognized that I would be there to uplift people, to bypass things that others would say are impossible, because impossible is just a mentality. I can show you an example. When the Star Trek had the cell phone, they had the knowledge, they had computers. They just didn't focus to the point where they extracted that knowledge till much later. When we get down with ourselves to that level of connection, that's when we create things that others would call impossible. They would say this was impossible 100 years ago, but because they focused to that point, look how possible it is. Look how possible it is to elevate yourselves. That you could see someone thousands of miles away, hundreds of thousands of miles away, and you can see that's within yourself to elevate yourself. I am going to create a sonic boom within this universe in such a way that you all identify, and you will see that reflection from within myself. That reflection will shine across this earth so bright that we will elevate ourselves all together. There will be people that will try to take from this universe, but I could tell you, it doesn't matter. They could take me, it doesn't matter. I'm here to create those ripples inside of you that you all will liberate yourselves, where you all will see that you can do the best in the situations that you have with the things that you have within yourself, that you can have that connection. This universe can create it, and they can't take a leg away. That universal energy is there. That universal energy is here. That fullness and that knowledge, that place inside of ourselves is there for you to grow. When you start to ask me to do motivational speeches, you will start to identify with my level of focus, with my level of knowledge, with my place. And I want to be known as nothing more than an inspiration in this universe. It's not motivation, if it's not meditation, if it's not inspiration, then what is it? And that's nothing to me in this universe. The focus and knowledge inside of ourselves to get to that place of simplicity where we hit that place of inspiration, where you create those kind of ripples in this universe. You are all knowledge and focus. You all have the ability to get to this place of discipline. And I'm telling you, when you hit that place of discipline, you better hit that at 150 miles an hour, where the wind drag brings people forward. Bring people forward in this universe. Bring them to be able to have that within themselves. Bring them to that place where that reflection shines outwards from within them. That light will shine where they know you as an inspiration. Let them call you inspiration. Let this universe call you a changer in this universe, where you put your whole entire being, your knowledge and your focus and your entire being to the place where your reflection shines, and where that place is 100 miles an hour, where you put your whole self in, where that's it. This is who I am. This is who I am inside, and that reflection shines outwards. And that focus and that knowledge, they call you strong. They call you meditation. They call you inspiration. That connection, that place inside of ourselves where we hit it 100 miles an hour, where the whole self is in. The whole self is in this universe. And we might as well take advantage of it, because guess what? It's what we got. And let's do with what we got. Let's do with the things, that the challenges that we face off against. Let's become the best artists. Let's become the best workers. Let's become the best universal reflection from this thing. The Most High created us in such a way that we have that ability. You hearing what I'm saying? I have hit that place of enlightenment. I understand the reflection outwards comes from within who we are. That knowledge inside of yourselves, that knowledge inside of who you are, that reflection outwards. Took me 7 years to get out of the dark. Took me 7 years to bypass all of this, to go from where I loved others more than myself to loving myself, to understand the reflection is to help to uplift other people. That is within all of you. That place inside of yourself exists, and I am here to help you. I am here to help you to bypass those chambers, to bypass those places. I'm talking to the meditation. I'm talking to professionals. I'm talking to everybody on the face of the planet. All of this within yourself to gain that knowledge. It's up to you to reflect outwards. It's up to you to put those positive places in this universe. And I'm telling you, I'm here to create a positive force in this universe that creates ripples, both positive and negative, where this universe utilizes that, because I identify even with the negative in a positive way. Ask yourself if you could put yourself in that place. Can you do that? And I'm telling you, I'm here to help you. I'm here to create that reflection outwards. I'm here to put it in such a way this universe can utilize me as a tool, where everything that we go through, we can overcome. And I'm telling you, when you overcome those challenges, that's when other people will start to identify you as a reflection of inspiration. That's when they will see their own stories, their own challenges, their own things that they're going through, and they will say, man, this drag behind me, it's gone. It's the past. I'm after this thing. I'm after this place of knowledge and focus of inwards absorption and the reflection outwards, that I am no longer going to be twisted by this thing that other people call the universe. I'm going to utilize this universe, this blessing that I have the ability to utilize. I'm going to utilize it in such a way that I'm going to create those type of ripples. Those people that follow me and those people that are with me, we're all together. We are together. And they could take this, but you know what? If you guys get untwisted, if you get into that place where that comes within yourself, where that reflection shines outwards, they can take this. But I've created a movement in this universe. I've got myself to the place where we're elevating past that. I don't want those motivational speakers to tell you you are not knowledge. You have that knowledge within yourself to extract it. It's up to you to get to that place of focus where you can get to that place of discipline to hit that knowledge and focus with 100% pedal to the metal. And that's it. That's where we are. That's a place in this universe where we give ourselves the ability to have that liberation. Are you guys with me on this journey? Join me. Motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga. All one word. Motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga. And when you go through that path and you have those challenges, contact me. Let's get in contact. Let's get ourselves in that place. I want to help you create those kind of ripples within yourselves. I want you to be able to see that what has been stopped by India is not going to stop in this universe. That I am that universal movement. I am that place. I have been working at this day and night. Day and night, I've created this. I am here for you. I'm here to elevate you. I am here to hit the place where the other professionals wouldn't go. Here is 1 hour in about a minute. And I want to tell you that you are a blessing. I want to inspire you to see that within yourself. That reflection's there. When I see people, I could see the energy inside of themselves. And I could tell that there is a lot of growth. And it all starts with the mentality. And that's the reason why I reflect outwards. This is the purpose, to get yourself to that place where you can prepare yourself for meditation, where you can bypass all of this stuff that other people say is this time or that time or good or bad. Those don't exist. What exists is your level of knowledge and focus and universal energy to the point where you identify Newton's third law of motion. That's what Oprah Winfrey, that's how she got to the place she's at. And I'm telling you, that is what this purpose is for. That is the purpose of this universe, is to utilize it. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's get to that place. Let's get down to it. Recognize you have that knowledge inside of yourself. You have that focus. Let's get to that place of discipline where that reflection shines outwards from within who you are. Remember, motivation, meditation, inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. And the reason why is because what I focus on is knowledge, focus, and discipline. Knowledge, focus, and discipline, and their reflections of motivation, meditation, and inspiration. And I will become a movement within this universe. And I can already see the billions of people who will change this universe together. And I'm here for you all. And that was the bypass of 1 hour. I just want to let you all know, blessings, blessings, and namaste.